Alright, we're making chili mac. Chili mac. You want to cover your macaroni in boiling water and let this sit. And we're going to brown some hamburger off. And we'll come back once that's done. Alright, that's 2 pounds of ground chuck in the pan. And you just want to start breaking it up a little bit. And we'll be back once that's browned off. No salt, no pepper, because we're going to add a ton of salt to this and stuff that has pepper in it. This is a take on the Glen and Friends chili mac. You can go check out his channel. And I like Glen. I'm trying to get him on the channel for an interview. So Glen, if you're watching this, I reached out to you. Come on the channel, bud. Let's have an interview, have a chat about food and all that good stuff. So we're going to come back when this is all crumbled up. Alright, we got that broken up a little bit. Sorry for the camera work, guys. I don't have a professional setup like all these other YouTubers out there. Not yet, anyway. If you'd like to donate and help me get one, there's a link for donations in the description. So, the ice cube trays are there for that. I made homemade chicken stock today. I spent all day in the kitchen prepping meals for the week. We're doing chicken enchiladas, so I deboned and defatted chicken thighs because they were on sale. I was like, well, I don't mind doing the extra work myself because I like working in the kitchen. It's therapeutic. So I took the bones and everything and made stock. Alright, so Glen says to do this in a cast iron skillet, and he uses one of those Le Creuset $300, $200 skillets. I'm doing this in a non-stick. I don't have $200 to spend on cookware on one pot. So we're going to brown this and we'll come back. Alright, this is what it looks like after about 6 minutes. You can see there's still some pink in there. It's still like here, it's still not 100% cooked. I'm cooking on an electric stovetop. It has hot spots in it. But we will make do. I'm going to give this a little bit more time to render more fat out and brown up a bit. This is about 6 minutes. We'll give it about 6 minutes more. In the meantime, you want to keep stirring this because it will clump up on you. And we don't want it to get too soggy. So we're going to wait about another 6 minutes and then we'll strain that. Alright, sorry for the bad lighting. Macaroni is draining. Beef is browned. Fat is left in the bottom of this pan. Let's see if I can get that little bit out. Alright. 2 green peppers, 2 onions. And they're going to cook in here for about another 5 minutes. And get all nice and golden brown in that beef fat. I'm sorry, there's nothing better in the world. There's nothing that smells better, I should say, than onions cooking in beef fat, beef tallow. I'm sorry, it's just not. Alright. Everything's coated in that fat. There's just enough fat. That's why I like using chuck. Leaves just enough fat behind. Alright, we're going to let that go for about 5 minutes. Alright, as you can see, the onions and peppers are starting to get a little bit of color on them. I'm going to turn this heat down to medium. Look at that. I'm sorry, there's nothing better smelling in the world than onions and peppers cooking in that beef fat. Oh, got an escape beef. Alright. So the next step, get off there. Of course you're going to tip over. 28 ounce can of crushed tomatoes. This is 2.5 tablespoons of taco seasoning with a little bit of smoked paprika. We're going to add garlic in. And yes, I buy mine from Sam's Club. Yes, I buy the pre-minced kind because I don't feel like getting garlic all over myself. This is 1 1/4 cups of beef broth. And into this I put a tablespoon of A1 steak sauce, tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and about a quarter teaspoon of green Tabasco. Glen calls for jalapeno peppers. I can't take the spice. My gut can't take the spice. We'll give these about another 5 minutes, and we'll come back and dump the rest of the stuff in. Alright, one thing I forgot to do is add the garlic in. So, I'll say that's a tablespoon. Going in there. Now that does have water in it, so it's going to sizzle a little bit. Again, no salt, no pepper, because we're getting ready to add spices that are... Now, for the taco seasoning, Glen uses his own. I'm not going to make that. This is taco seasoning from Ortega, but it is not Ortega in here. I kept the little jar because of the shaker top. And instead of the Ortega in there, once that Ortega ran out, I bought this from Sam's Club, Tone's Taco Seasoning. What is up with the focus on this camera? Here we go. I'll just keep that up there in the spice cabinet. Now, if the 28 ounce can of tomatoes is not enough, I do have some petite cut diced tomatoes. But I think we're ready for the seasoning here. Now, according to this recipe, stir in the garlic, taco spice, and cook until the garlic is fragrant. So let's throw in our... Now essentially what that's going to do is meld with the rest of the beef fat in there and create like a little roux. And that's what's going to give it thickening agent, or thickening power. You want to get these vegetables coated. You don't want to leave any of that seasoning on the bottom of the pan. You want it to be coating the veg here. Why is this pan sliding all over this burner today? And we'll give that a couple minutes here. Get off there. There we go. Alright. It says to add the hamburger back to the pan, so I guess we'll do that next. Can't smell garlic yet. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now it just hit me. So we're going to pour our hamburger back in. Well, I need 2 hands to do that, so just give me 1 second. Alright, hamburger's back in the pan. We're going to mix this around. There's a little bit of excess fat from where that hamburger had rested, so we went ahead and put that back in the pan. God, that looks good. Alright. Pour the tomatoes with the juice in the pan along with the macaroni. Alright, that is added in. Macaroni and beef, tomatoes. Going to add our beef mixture. I use the beef mixture to rinse out the can. We're going to mix this up. He says to cover it Bring to a rapid simmer and then cover this. And then we'll take it from there. Alright, that is reduced down nicely. I have here about half a block of Monterey Jack, half a block of white cheddar. That down low. Cover this. About another 5 minutes, it'll be ready. And there you have it. Chili mac.